Hello. Hello, and welcome back. Hello, hello, hello. It must be Wednesday once again. Welcome back to the Trotec Laser 1 hour Rayjet design challenge with Rayjet, also featuring Rayjet, brought to you by Trotec.
My name is Rayjet.
There it is.
Yeah.
Rayjet Laser Design Challenge. Yes.
I realized later that we actually mounted the logo upside down on the wall, but I like how it turned out. The 1 hour Rayjet was actually supposed to go above, but I think the way I mounted it is actually like inverted it. But fortunately,
Yeah, this is because Don mounted and he's like smaller than I am. So just so you guys
I didn't say
know that.
You've got it on video now. Look, fortunately, I got this one right because if I mess this one up, I know it looks backwards in the. Anyhow,
I'm not looking backwards. It looks like Trotec.
It looks like Trotec?
Yeah. It's to you, it might be backwards.
I'm reading it backwards. I'm just talented like that. My name is Don. Clearly.
It says there, like, yeah, Don, your laser friend, yeah.
Miguel's still upset because we were having a debate right before the stream.
Don.
And he was losing. See, now I put him on the spot, and now I win.
It's like,
hi, Tony, how are you?
Yeah, debate with a child, and the child is just like throwing stuff around the room, and the child won the argument.
Nice,
sure.
Like chaotic neutral energy to the stream.
Yeah.
So very happy to have you.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for coming back. Very good to see you guys again. For anybody who might be tuning in for the first time, I'll give you just a really, really fast rundown of what you can expect. You have joined us in the middle of Spooky Month, which is very, very exciting. This month, Jason, very happy to have you back. This month, we are doing all Halloween-themed products. So in the next hour, we are going to have our very talented designers, Amy and Miguel. This week, we're going to be looking at some kind of custom packaging, specifically some like goodie bags or like treat bags for trick-or-treating. That's going to be really, really cool. I know you guys have some cool stuff ready to show us. And we are going to challenge them to make 1 or 2 designs within the hour and to kind of show you guys their design process, how they go about it. And maybe we'll look at some other fun, exciting things. Amy, you've decorated the room very beautifully, I have to say.
Yeah, I've decorated.
It's really looking good.
We've got the tree. We've got got the word "boo" behind me.
Yeah,
got hanging decorations.
It's nice to have the word "boo." Yeah, I was gonna say it's nice to have the word "boo" not coming from chat this time.
True. True that.
True.
You guys are in for a very special treat today. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, without any further ado, allow me to introduce the important part of the stream, Miguel and Amy. Miguel, how are you, sir?
Doing fine. My ankle is better, and I'm upset not because Don doesn't know how to like have a debate, but because I cannot be a cowboy next week because I gotta use the hat. Yeah, so there's no way to have a cowboy hat and my headset on. Yeah, it's gonna look like funny, to say the least, right? So I don't really know what I'm gonna wear next week. Probably nothing. Who knows? That will depend on Don. But Don would be a dinosaur. That I can promise you guys. If he's not, there won't be any stream. Okay.
Oh, there will be hell to pay if I'm not a dinosaur next week. I've promised this, and it has to happen.
Yeah. You dance Baby Shark.
We were promised onesies a long time ago.
Yeah. If he doesn't bring the costume, he'll dance Baby Shark in the stream. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, I would say we could just get you a huge cowboy hat. Would be one solution to this problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's
huge.
True. So today, actually, like to be honest, my humble opinion, it would be the most challenging stream for me, right? That's why I had to prepare. And this week, Amy, you're in for a treat because I actually did the things beforehand. So, and I'm gonna show my process what I did, right? But actually put it together. We were about to do paper bags, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Paper bags, but then a colleague of ours came to us and like, what kid would walk around with a paper bag? And I was like, well, I think you're right? So might as well get tote bags with like canvas, right? They're sturdier and they look better and all the stuff, right? And honestly, engraving on canvas is pretty nice. It looks really good. So we got the canvas, and I'm not gonna cut through anymore and put the plastic. Yeah, plastic on the back. I'm gonna glue Twill on top of it, right? So that will be a challenge because we have the heat press here, and now we're gonna have to heat press the Twill, put it on the Rayjet, cut on the Rayjet, heat press it again, make sure that everything lines up and everything looks good. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be like a wild ride. Other than that, yeah. Emmy, I don't know what you're gonna do, but this week I'm actually prepared.
Okay, I've got sort of a little sketch prepared for this live stream. Got
Very
the
good.
tote bags and felt. I'll be cutting out felt today and gluing it onto the tote bag. So I'll be showing you how to like process that.
Very cool.
She got felt. It's a
I'll
good
be showing you
challenge.
how to do that.
Yeah. So it will be more of a crafty challenge, much more than the design challenge today. You know, since we came ahead with the design. But I'm gonna show you what we did. So, are we ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump right into it.
Okay. First, let me open my stuff. All right.
Do it.
Yes.
I have to say, I want you guys to know, even if he can't wear the cowboy hat, Miguel would make an excellent cowboy.
Why are you saying that, dude? Like, that's weird.
No,
That's
not
weird
weird at all. Listen, I come from the prairies. I'm a good judge of this. Good judge of this. I know. Listen,
that's
I know.
That's why I like seeing this laughing like that. Like, I don't know. That's our producer, by the way.
You have your designs ready to go this week. You're going to show cool designs. I have to put you on your back foot somehow. I have to try and make it a challenge. Otherwise, it's the 1 hour Miguel has like a fun time with friends hour, which is also true.
That's true. That's really true. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now.
Sure. Really quickly too, I'm going to put it in the chat as well, but I want to pass along congratulations to Mike about getting his new Speedy 100 tomorrow.
Oh,
that's really exciting.
Ooh.
Congratulations, Mike.
And let us know how it goes.
Yeah, and you're going to be trained by me eventually, like in a week or two. So that's cool.
Absolutely.
Actually, I don't know. Are you from Canada? If you're not from Canada, you won't be trained by me.
Yeah, if not from Canada, our condolences. But what we will say is if you are doing some of the like pre-installation stuff and you're getting ready and you start having any questions, just write them down. Like have a little piece of paper or a little pad next to your laser, and as it's getting installed, as you're like writing down questions and stuff, have them all ready for Miguel when you get to the training because he'll be able to answer them all for you. And sometimes people forget or they think of it afterwards or whatever. So have something ready to go on standby so that when the training comes, you'll be ready to grill them with all your good questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Really true. Okay, so share my screen.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Okay, so this is the first design, right? Pretty simple, straightforward. I actually like drew this myself really fast, so that's why it's kind of junky, you know. But we have
cool. I like it.
That's sweet. That's cool.
What's the name of this? The pumpkin. I cannot say pumpkin. Deputy surround sounds good. Yeah. So I'm gonna train you. Yeah. The rest in peace rip piece here. I forgot the name of the thing. What? What's the name of the
Classic.
thing? Like
Tombstone.
Tombstone. Yeah, Tombstone.
Tombstone?
Right, the castle. It's kind of a weird castle. Right? I did this really fast, right? Because I wanted to engrave this on the tote bag. And unfortunately, there is not a lot of secrets here because I actually just used the brush too. And no, I'm not joking. I actually just used the brush too with black brush, and I literally went drawing with the mouse.
Wait, you drew this whole thing with the mouse?
Yeah, I drew with the mouse. I was kind of on a rush. Right. The font though, I actually looked on it, and that font I believe were 1001 fonts, Halloween fonts. I looked for Halloween fonts, and I like this one because I wanted to do a type of what's the word? Effect? Yeah, a blood effect on the next design that I'm going to show. I'm not going to show you guys now, but you can see here, Jacolatote and something like that. You see how I saved my files? It says Halloween Part 2, and then like between brackets is actually Part 1. Close brackets.
Do you mind if I was going to really quickly show 1001 fonts here. I've got it pulled up on my screen just in case anyone hasn't seen it. Just really, really fast. I don't mean to derail here. I just want to show you guys, in case you're not familiar with it, 1001 fonts is just a tool for, I mean, Miguel can probably explain it better than I can, but
plenty of free fonts. Actually, all those are free, but some are free for commercial uses and some are free only for personal uses. And well, everything that we do here in the challenge is personal use. We're not selling anything, right? So make sure that if you get a font that is free for personal use, but you got to credit design if you sell that, and if well, everything else, buy it, right? Like there are plenty of designs that make their living out of making fonts, and they're amazing because I'm terrible at creating fonts myself, so I gotta rely on those people to make awesome fonts and buy from them. Okay, so yeah, support them. Otherwise,
Please.
like the graphic design world will
Spooky, scary skeletons will find you.
exactly.
Yes.
Something like that. Okay, so this is all black, right? So black and white actually. So there were some things that I had to do here to make sure that I could get this effect, since I have like entire shapes floating around, but it's only going to engrave the black. But one nice thing, one nice tool that I use, especially to carve the pumpkin, and I actually carved it, was the knife tool. So actually yesterday I was training somebody and I was talking about the knife tool because she did an awesome design, right, of an octopus, and she didn't know how to fix some things that she made. I did the pumpkin engraving. Great, man! Like if you upload that on an Immigrant album, please post there on the chat. I want to see it.
Is it on the Trotec UK YouTube by any chance, Johnny? Would I be able to steer them towards a link maybe that you could share with us?
Oh,
we're gonna do something kind of similar next week. I don't want to tip our hats too soon, but we've got kind of some cool stuff coming up, totally inspired by the great stuff they did in the UK. So, I mean, you know, it's not. I don't know if it'll be
green, isn't it, from the UK?
I'm sorry, what?
That's Johnny Green from the UK. He posted up on Instagram.
Did he post it on Instagram?
He did a really cool design on a pumpkin stain. He did, yeah. It's so cool.
I'm gonna search this up. You keep going, Miguel. I'm sorry. Please go ahead. I want to see this.
Yeah,
like for anyone who missed it, like stinky me. I'm gonna pull this up right now.
What? Okay, so knife tool. Let me find where this sits because I actually don't really know. Oh, it's in the eraser tool, and you click and hold, right? There's a knife tool. So knife tool is really awesome. You can just select something, click on the knife tool, and do this. And it will try to follow a path, right, based on your movements. And literally, this is how I made the pumpkin.
So you literally carved it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you go doing this, and you close it, and then did I close it? I hope I did.
Oh,
I didn't. Yeah, so I gotta join this too. It's not gonna work. So you gotta be sure that you do. You close the thing.
Here, redo.
Yeah, see now? You gotta close it. So this is tricky because if you don't close, this is kind of, for Illustrator at least, it's kind of a path inside the path, so you cannot join, right? So to delete that is really tricky, but as you guys can see, I can do that. So I did the eye like that. Everything in this pumpkin was carved, you know? So it took a while.
Cool, dude.
But yeah. And the knife tool is really useful if you have like a complex shape together, but you want to just take one part out, right? Like for instance, let's do here. And
kind of similar to what you might do with the shaper builder tool, but in a
like kind of similar. But you see,
that's
it's more
cool.
freehand. So
I wanted to share this with you guys. Sorry, Miguel, I'm always doing this to you. I did find it. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll see if I can zoom in.
Oh, you found it.
This is like this is a top level Halloween pun. This is like this is a laser pun and a Halloween pun all at once.
Oh, very spicy.
This is the Stranger Danger thing that I was talking to you about last.
Yep.
Okay. See, this is not my culture, so I I'm kind of learning that now. kind of nice to have another person like having a buzz cut, in Trotec. So it's not just me and what?
It suits you guys.
Yeah.
Johnny also posts up some excellent, if you guys aren't following, listen, you're missing out if you're not following Johnny Trotec. Can we just point it? JONNY_Trotec. Do not miss out. Trotec UK does a lot of really cool stuff, and they have some fabulous applications on here. So do not miss out. Either Trotec Lazy UK or Johnny specifically. They've got some really, really cool stuff. Anyways, I'm sorry, Miguel.
Okay,
He's a very cool dude.
Clearly, so now that we have the knife tool out of the way, I'm just gonna engrave this right on a tote bag. So let me grab one tote bag here. It's quite big, this one, to be honest. You may have to fold, but I got myself. Is the
Yeah, it is the.
So
it's the quarantine.
Lexine, please follow me. Thank you. Don.
Yep.
Camera.
Sorry.
Laser King camera.
In.
All right.
Good. Ta-da! There he is.
Okay. So this thing's kind of wrinkled, right? So when I put that to engrave, it's gonna be out of focus, kind of out of focus. So I'm gonna go to my favorite cloth, like de-wrinkler or something like that. I should have one of these at home, and just heat press it. So don't do that at home, please. I'm just gonna heat press it to make sure that it stays flat for like 4 seconds. There we go. Look at that, beautiful.
Wow.
No wrinkles.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna fold this a little bit, right? So it fits on the Rayjet. And I gotta make sure that I'm engraving the right position.
So, can I ask a technical question?
No, you can't, but go ahead.
Thank you. Basically, what you're going to do here is like a version of a kiss cut, right? You were sort of explaining it to me.
What? I'm not engraving. This one is just engraving.
Oh, this one's just engraving. Okay.
Yeah, this one is just engraving. Just so you guys can see how it looks on a tote bag, right? It could be flatter than that, but I'm not really picky. Let me focus this.
I'm excited for this application.
Okay. So you guys can see the quality of the engraving. It's really, really good. And
Beans.
yes.
Shoot.
God. Actually, so much
What's
stuff
happened?
happened. So much stuff happened from last week to this week that I don't know why my face is blown up there. Is that for me to give the excuse?
I felt like you wanted to explain yourself.
Yeah, I gotta explain that I forgot to save my.
Are your settings?
Oh no, it's tried this. Thank God. Yeah. Was it?
We're gonna find out.
No, it's not.
You can show us how you would test it if you want.
All right.
You can show us how you would test it if you want, or perhaps it's time to flip to Amy's screen while we do a couple quick, tester squares.
You know what? I think we should do that. I'm gonna test my engraving powers here because. So one thing I gotta explain to you guys is if you're using what's the name? Oh, what's the name of the fabric? I forgot now.
Twill or canvas?
Canvas, yes, but fabrics in general, right? And you're engraving on the fabric will be really weak after the engraving, right? It will not have the same fortitude that it had before. The threads will be like quite close to, pop up. So you have to have the perfect power setting when you're engraving on top of it. Otherwise, it's as easy as, well, let me show you because I have a test thing here that I did real quick. So it'd be really easy to blow a hole.
Yeah.
See, so this is really.
I can confirm that too. And we did some tester denim shirts last year, and they gave me one of them, and I put it on, and it exploded like I was the Hulk, and basically like it didn't feel as cool as you would imagine it felt. It felt more like, oh no.
Yeah, so we gotta find the settings.
Yeah.
And
Let me oh sorry, Miguel, go ahead.
yeah, no, sorry. I just gotta test this, but go to Emmy.
Well, so I was gonna say, let me pop up Amy's screen. Oh, it's a kitty.
Yeah, I'm doing a cat.
Of course, it's a kitty. What do you
That's
expect?
all.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I saw it this morning. You recently did, I think it was like a rain bunny with the
Oh, yeah, with the umbrella, with the rainbow.
yeah, man.
I'm gonna be
Really like
extremely surprised when she comes with like dragons and skeletons and moss.
Yeah, me too. Spooky scary. Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Emmy season 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The gritty Chris Nolan reboot. Amy. Ooh. The hills have fangs. So I want to so really quickly thank you.
Stream's over. Guys.
I want to quickly mention, so I think Amy right now is still working in Procreate, I think. This hasn't been transferred over
That's
to
right, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I always, I mention this every week, but I really like watching your workflow in Procreate because it's the one piece of software that we never really get to use here in the office. We're sort of, Corel Inkscape Illustrator. I have to mention too, Johnny mentioned, come for the laser app, stay for the puns. I could try to make that basically the slogan of this stream, much to Miguel's chagrin. He's making an unhappy face right now.
Oh, Miguel.
Listen, testing material settings on fabric in particular is really tricky. I'm excited to see how Amy handles felt because, I mean, like
It was tricky.
I've never cut felt. Like, was there a secret to it? Did it take a lot of tries to figure out the settings? What was the?
Hey, are you cutting wool?
Just be quick.
Is it wool felt or is it like I forgot the other type of felt?
I
Is it
just
wool?
found it in my local craft store, so it
Does
just
it
said
smell?
felt.
Does it
No.
smell?
Yeah, it's not fuzzy either. It's like
So
nice
it's-
and flat.
All they call it, I think, is acrylic felt. Because if you actually pick up like felt made of wool, it smells
Mhm.
terrible, dude. Like, oh my god.
I know, like wool jumpers and stuff can definitely start to get a bit of like a funky thing
Yeah.
about them after a little. Maybe I'm revealing too much. So I didn't even realize there was multiple kinds of felt. I wanted to mention to you guys, just so you know, so Miguel's previous job before this, without giving away too much, dealt specifically with using the laser in Twill. So this is like
Multiple
this-
lasers.
this is a tricky challenge. I mean, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like we are a little bit in Miguel's wheelhouse in as much as like at least he has used Twill in the past. So like
Not with
good.
heat press, and that's why it's challenging because
True.
I used to work with fabric glue, right? I would glue 2 pieces of twill, so you have plenty of. I think you have 3 types of twill, as far as I'm concerned. You have perma twill, you have poly twill, and you have another one there. And this one, the one that we have is perma twill, so it's glued together with heat, and that's a little bit tricky because you got to go in the heat press, put them together, glue them together, go to the laser, cut them, weed them out, and then glue them in a tote bag. So
using the heat press again.
you're using the heat press again. So there has to be enough glue on the back of the second layer to be able to glue again. So yes,
Miguel took some time this morning, you guys. I want you to know to find the perfect heat settings, just so that you guys would have like the perfect experience on the. We did forget to save the laser settings, but I think that's okay. We're going to be able to recover from that.
You'll figure it out.
No, I just didn't save the laser settings for engraving. I saved for cutting, which is really important. Otherwise, the first layer will cut the second layer too, and we don't want that, right? We want to weed it out.
True.
But I forgot engraving settings. I tested engraving settings last Friday, I think.
Yep.
So that's why I forgot. A bunch of stuff happened between
Then and now. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to
it's
export this to Corel.
I suppose you designed it specifically with the flat bottom in order that it can be placed right along the base of the base of the bag, right? Like along the base of the tote bag.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So it should just go on the bottom of it. So it's like
Cool.
peeking over.
Nice. Yeah, because I was going to ask if you had to create like a composition for the bag, or if you were going to do like kind of one specific like piece, like one major. In this case, like the kitty for each bag, sort of thing. I'll be excited to see like how it turns out. You don't have to give it away. It's okay. You go ahead.
It's all right. Yeah, I have to make sure each layer was like separate because it's going to have to be cut out on different colors.
Oh, so you're going to layer curls felt to make the cat like.
Yeah. So the black, the base of it will be like black, and then the ears will be white, and the ears inside the ears will be like a pink or a red.
Cool.
Look at that.
You guys. Hey, don't underestimate the laser also for like doing custom packaging just in general.
She's always prepared, dude. Like, it is scary. But this week I'm actually comfortable because I prepare myself as well. And you're gonna like the second design. The second design was pristine. That one I actually took my time to make it good.
I think this design is gonna be really, really cool, man. As long as we can get it like, engraving nicely. Even your sample engraving with the rips is like still really nice. It's just unfortunately it's a bit too powerful, but don't be scared off from if you have a laser from using paper or fabrics, things like that. I mean, like they are a little bit more challenging than in my estimation, than finding those things for acrylic or lamecoids or things like that. But they're absolutely doable. It just takes maybe a little bit more testing and a little bit more kind of trial and error. But yeah, and don't be scared off. The laser can do a lot of cool stuff. I know Miguel showed you how to make a box before in the past, but maybe one of these days we'll come along, we'll do like a revisit on the box tutorial and do like a more elaborate box with some printing on it, or like, because we've done, full out package design in the past and some YouTube videos. So, there might be some cool stuff we could do. How's it coming along, you guys? You're making faces like you're designing.
No, it's because you said these days, and I just put Foo Fighters here to play.
It's a very good song. Hold on, I'm gonna pop in. Are we doing some test engravings over here? What are we?
Yeah, it's engraving the canvas. But I think the canvas that we got to do the bags is way thicker than the one that I'm testing in. So there's also that, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know, and this is not a statement, but I will say, it did seem a little strange to Miguel and I that when we got the bags that we ordered from Amazon, they came in a postal bag that then had a bag inside of that then had a bag inside of that then had our tote bags inside of that. So
4 bags to hold a bag.
It was really strange.
4 bags to hold a bag, dude. Like, that was weird.
It was a Russian nesting doll of like various bags.
Bagception.
It was bagception. I will say, so typically I would want to show you guys our materials web store at this point while we're sort of getting materials ready and getting stuff done. The issue is we don't we don't sell canvas or felt or Twill.
That's true. That's pretty rich.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys. Well, I thought about getting like a funny gif of like a dancing like bear or something, but I realized
I didn't even think about it, dude. Like this week that we didn't have any materials from our store.
Oh no, I mean we totally listen. It's okay because like people obviously our customer base represents a lot more than just what we sell in our store. Maybe
to be honest, next week we're also not gonna do anything from our store.
Oh, I mean depending on you might make one of the pieces from something from the store, but listen, I should take this as long as we're chatting. But
we're not a bakery, so
yeah, exactly. Oh,
see,
spoilers there. So really quickly, I just wanted to point you guys in the direction of a few things. Number one is this little banner here. We've recently launched the beta version of our new software application called Trotec Ruby. Trotec Ruby basically works like think of it like a web-based job control. So it's not necessarily going to replace job control, but it will do all the things that job control does and a little bit more. I won't get into it too much. Hopefully I can kind of get you excited to check it out. It's a completely free registration. It works with any of the speedy lasers that we have. Unfortunately, not the Rayjet, not yet, but the Rayjet did just recently get Rayjet Manager. So, I mean, that's also a pretty cool piece of software. But this one's going to be really exciting because it is web-based. It has some really cool features that Job Control presently doesn't. And if you use a Mac, it's being web-based means that you can use it in the same way as you would if you had a PC. So kind of a cool option. The little link is right here. The store, by the way, of course, is engraving-supplies.ca. It's in the little banner that scrolls across the bottom. You can click here and sign up to try out the free beta version. The other thing I'm going to mention is just this little guy right here. He is the Hobbyist Pack. The Hobby Pack is now on the web store. It has 20 different materials. They're all listed right here. It has 20 different materials. All of them are cut to 12 by 12. They are the perfect size to try on any laser, regardless of what you have. If it's a Trotec, if it's one of the others, not a big deal. And also, they are all 20% off the list price. So it's a really cool way to try a whole bunch of different materials if you're in Canada at the same time. So yeah, that's my whole little fun spiel. Oh, and the last thing I will say, just because Miguel made me think of it, if you guys are doing twill, if you're doing leather, if you're doing whatever material it might be, and you're wondering why Trotec doesn't sell, I'm just gonna, because Miguel's leaning towards the, there we go. You're wondering why Trotec doesn't sell a version of it. It's usually just because, you know, we haven't thought of it. Principally, like we stick to a lot of like really laser safe materials and the ones that we see most often from our customers. So, you know, metal, plastic, acrylic, wood. But if there's something you would like to see, specifically leather is one we get a lot of requests for, you can reach out to me. I will put my, well, you can always find me on the Consumables web store or anything like that. You can send an email to youtube@troteclaser.ca. You can send an email specifically to me and let me know what you want to see. And if we get a lot of requests, then it's definitely something I'm going to look into and try and bring it to the store. But yeah, that's my whole spiel. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so Amy, how's it going there?
Good. I'm just trying to get it started. It's quite a lot of files.
Yeah, you have a lot of layers, I suppose.
Yeah, so it's just taken like a minute or two.
That's okay. You're exporting from an iPad. I mean, like, it's pretty impressive that we can go from.
I was about to say, I've just remembered you do have a video on your Trotec YouTube page that does show you how to cut felt, but on the Speedy 300.
Yes, specifically.
Yes.
And it is. I mean, it's one of these things too that, so we have a video that shows you we're cutting magnet sheets, for example. So we don't actually sell magnet sheets, but it's something that we had as part of an application, and we you know, we used it this one time. We've since had people ask us how to cut magnet sheets, and unfortunately, it is a little bit tricky. There are occasionally these videos where they're not a material that we sell, so we can give you kind of a general idea, but you know, we can't necessarily say specifically this or that. But you know, if you ever see us do something in a video and you're curious about how we did it, like, please don't hesitate to reach out. Put us a comment in the YouTube video. We're checking those all the time, and then also, yeah, if you reach out to us by email, then you know, we'll do our best to try and answer. Miguel knows a lot of stuff, so you know, we're here to help, man. I saw that look to camera. How did it turn out?
I think it's fine. The second test that I did, it's not ripping out, but the first one completely ripped. So pretty sure that the bag itself is not gonna rip. Like 95% sure.
Don't worry, Miguel. People who watch this stream a lot, they're used to seeing things that are completely ripped. completely.
Shut up, man. Like,
I deserve that. Hold on, I've lost you again off the screen.
I'm trying to put this in the table in a very flat way.
Yes, that is one thing that can be tricky with fabrics and stuff. Obviously, is
Getting
just like
it
any
flat.
material, it's gonna have to be exactly, yeah. It's gonna have to be as flat as you can possibly get it.
Okay, so since this thing actually took over the whole table, right? So easy tips for positioning. Tip number 1: you have something that's bigger than 18 by 12 and you can center it. Well, you can just engrave on 9 inches, right? It's half of 18 and it's gonna be the center. Look at that. Best tip ever. Okay, let me focus this. I'm actually glad that it is like that. It's
Wait,
gonna be
Miguel,
yes.
I totally understood what you meant, but just in case anybody watching the stream didn't, I don't know,
Yeah.
but I did. But in case anybody else didn't, could you explain that one more time? One more again?
Do you have the camera on?
I have the camera on the laser.
Okay, so the bag I think is 20 inches wide.
Yeah.
So I made sure that like each side is going over the ruler, so it's kind of evenly just distributed on the
On either
on the
side,
bed.
kind of thing.
Yeah. So since the bed is 18 inches wide, I'm just gonna put the file at 9 inches, center it at 9 inches, so it will be in the center, and I don't have to worry about like positioning with the laser or any other sort of way. You know?
True. Well, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Thanks, man.
No
Hold on,
worries.
I'm gonna pop up Amy's. Amy, I hope you won't mind, but this
You know, it's fine.
it's like
I know this is looking a bit trippy right now.
this big low 80s kitty is very much. I'm so pleased with this. So I assume you're color blocking things out like that in order to more easily separate out the layers?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, just so I know which layer's which and to know which color's which. So all the greens are going to be the whites, I think. And the blue is, of course, going to be the black felt.
Gotcha.
So all of these are just laid up, made sure everything's there. Make sure to turn these into a hairline, which is just up here. There we go. Turn it red. Now I'll just have to do this for each individual layer. Okay.
We have fun here.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys ever? I'm curious. Have you ever felt limited or like? Was it difficult to understand the way that the color system inside of our software works when you first started using the laser? Because to me, that's one of the most difficult hurdles to try and explain during training is this idea of, you know, like the felt that Amy's using is going to be black. So you would wonder, like, why not just make the head of the cat black, right? But there are like certain prerequisites you have to preset in advance, like she's doing right now. Every line that's going to be a cut line has to be a particular thickness in the software, for example. Also, every cut line is going to have to be the same color so that the software that interprets kind of what it is that she's sending across in her file, it knows, hey, everything that's red in this case is something that Amy wants to cut. Did you guys ever find that it was sort of tricky to understand that side of it, Miguel? Yes, sir.
No, actually, that was pretty easy, but I'll explain why later. It's going to take 20 minutes to engrave the bag.
Dang.
Which makes that impossibility because I'm not going to engrave that here. Otherwise, it's not going to be the 1 hour challenge. I'm going to engrave that, though. As you guys could see, it engraves well.
Yep.
But I'm going to show you the second design, which is not going to be engraved. It's going to be glued and cut, and it will be faster. All right? And at the end, I'm going to start engraving, and I'll post that on Instagram.
Cool.
Cool.
The second design is going to be really cool. This is the Twill design.
Yeah, it says Twill Design. So does it? That's the Twill Design. Okay. Can I pop on screen?
Yeah, I wanted to really quickly comment. This face that you have right here with the like little tiny, it looks like little tiny dot eyes on the kitty head is terrifying. All right.
You thought I couldn't be scary. They said it couldn't be done.
It looks like a bad guy from a Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope that you guys know who he is. Ah,
La.
no,
Nah.
nobody, nobody. Come on, guys, it's Christopher Lee.
Oh, you mean the actor?
Yes,
Yes, I was gonna be like, well, it's Dracula. Is Dracula?
Yes. It's Christopher Lee.
It is
Okay.
Christopher Lee.
Sir Christopher Lee. Let's not forget that. He went out as a knight of the United Kingdom. So Emmy's like, who's this guy? Do you like Star Wars, Emmy? Do you like Star Wars?
I do like Star Wars.
He was Count Dooku.
Oh, cool.
And do you like Lord of the Rings? He was Saruman.
He was.
Oh, you boy, yeah. Is he dead? He's died, hasn't he?
Yeah, what?
He
He
did.
died,
Yeah.
like, died
Yeah.
2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah. He was also like MI5 spy. Like he went to the World War II, and apparently James Bond was based on him by Ian Fleming because they were like good friends. Crazy, right? That guy was amazing. Okay.
That is pretty amazing. Go on. Sorry, we could talk about Christopher Lee.
Okay. So, like the idea with the Twill for the stencil, I was doing like a stencil thing, right? So I did this as a safeguard in case because the Twill doesn't work and we have to do the what's the name? Do just engraving. And this is the 2-color Twill that I wanted to do. Now, why this is tricky? This is extremely tricky. Ideally, I should have 3 colors, not 2-color Twill, because I would have to have a part that is white, then rip off, put the black, and then rip off the red, right? With the 2-color Twill, that gets, well, way harder, because I don't really know if I'm going to be able to glue all that together, right, to put in place and all the stuff.
Yep.
Now that I'm looking at it again, I realize that there is no way that that technique that I was doing this morning, Dawn, is going to work. I actually have to cut it separate and glue each one of them together. So what I'm going to do is, yeah.
I love that these are live.
I know, right? Oh, it happens. It happens. And most importantly, it's like, this pretty complicated. It's not easy, dude.
No, not at all. I mean, part of being a designer is being a problem solver, right? I mean, there's a certain aspect of it that's just.
Yeah, talking about solving problems in this case here, what I'm gonna do is what I just did here. I changed the engraving, the whole like fill part of the Dracula space to a stroke, and I expanded to become a path again. Right? Why? Because I want this to be kind of like a kiss cut. So it marks where I'm going to put my Twill parts. And then I'm going to cut my Twill. And then I'm going to go to the heat press. And I'm going to put the parts on top of it. Press it. And then we'll see how it looks. You know? That's basically my plan.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I have so much faith.
That's the only thing we can have right now.
I wish you and I hadn't bragged so much about being prepared. In retrospect.
Hey, wait. To be honest, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It does look cool.
I also did that with the mouse.
No way.
Yeah.
Hey, I should mention too, so the technique that Miguel is talking about with multi-layered twill, in case this is your first time hearing of it, basically what he's going to be doing is stacking layers of colored twills. So imagine with his design on the right here, and I'll zoom in on his screen. With his design on the right here, the black and red one. What you can see.
Imagine that. Just pull my. Let me put my camera.
Yeah. Oh, you've got it here. Okay, perfect.
So
that's exactly.
We did that once, right? So this is a 4-layer twill, and I wanted to do the white part too, so it would be easier. But I forgot about it. So I'm gonna do red and black, and I got to do directly on the tilt back. So it's way riskier.
But this is the thing. That design that you saw that Miguel held up there, all 4 of those lasers went in, or all 4 of those layers went in the laser at the same time.
Yep.
They were cut with different power levels to cut through a different amount or a different number of layers. So if it's got the black on top, the red, then the white. Everything that's white has been set to cut, with twice as much power as the first one that's just cutting through the black to show the red. You'll see it really obviously when we do a test here, but it is a really, really cool effect. But yeah, so basically Miguel's going to do an equivalent of this is basically the kiss cut we were talking about, right?
Yep. It is a kind of a kiss cut.
Yeah. It's a kiss cut without cut. It's a kiss engrave.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk trying to kiss cut canvas fabric because I might actually cut it. So I don't want that. So I'm going to only engrave. Okay, I think I'm good.
All right. He's the base of the cat.
Nice. There he is.
There we go.
There he is.
We have
now we just have to have
minutes.
the eyes and the nose and the ears.
We started about 5 after. We got about 20 minutes left.
Let's go ahead.
Right. Speed run it.
Yeah, speed run strats right now for sure.
Speed run strats.
Yeah.
Start gluing this to the bag quick. Also, when you're gluing, you want to make sure you add like a little cardboard inside so it doesn't sink into the bag.
What? In like underneath the felt, like in a layer underneath, or
Just place it inside the bag and it won't affect the inside of the bag or the other side of the bag.
gotcha. Makes sense.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
These two are very busy. I'm going to talk to you guys about something that I'm gonna realize. No, okay. So here's the challenge. We're gonna be uploading these later on today to Instagram, and I know for a fact that you guys are gonna be uploading some cool stuff inspired by what we do here today. I have no doubt you guys always upload some cool stuff. My challenge to you would be to try and leave us, comments on Instagram, comments on this video on YouTube. Send us some Twitter DMs, however you want to get a hold of us, to let us know what sort of very simple, very cheap, possibly laser-made costume that Miguel should have to wear next week.
What?
I feel if it is a cowboy, that's fine. We could just cut out a sign that says cowboy, like a little name tag that says cowboy, and put it on his. Like, cowboys don't always have to wear the cowboy suit. That doesn't always have to be. You don't have to generalize. But
cowboys are cowboys in the heart, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's about the intent, right, Miguel?
Yeah.
But I think I'm sure we could come up with something really, really cool that would be easy for us to do. And I mean, look, we already have something pretty cool planned for next week, so I don't want to derail any of those plans. But I think at some point in the future, we would really like to do maybe some paper masks or custom masks of some sort. And if we could come back to it at that point, I think that'd be a really cool option.
Yeah, October doesn't have that many weeks, unfortunately.
That's true. Next week is the end of Spooky Month. I'm very sad. But Christmas month is coming up soon.
That's true, but there's nothing in November, right?
Remembrance Day, but I don't know that that's very international. I think we could do some really cool
Bugs Bunny or Elmer Fudd.
Oh, dude.
What's Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd? You know Elmer Fudd.
I
Hunting
don't.
Wabbits.
Oh, I actually do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. You want to make that for me?
I mean, I could figure something out. I feel like maybe we could do something that interrelates with my dinosaur too, if you want. I'm trying to do some Google searches here, but it's tough to.
Oh, man. See, because of this, the bag that we were doing the engraving and the 12 is thicker than the one that I was testing. I'm seeing right now the engraving is not going to be as dark.
Okay.
Which is fine, to be honest.
Because this one's just replacement kind of thing, as opposed to.
No. I'm talking about the do the trick or treat part.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not as dark as I want it to be, but that's because the fabric is thicker. Engraving on fabric is always tricky, guys. Always tricky.
Yeah.
Even cutting fabric is tricky because, for instance, 12, it will change the setting slightly depending on the color, which is insane. I don't even know how that happens. But red cuts easier than black. If I try to cut, yeah. If I put if I layer both and I put the black on top, we'll need more power to cut through than if I put the red on top. Why?
Wow.
I have no idea. White is also really, really hard. Actually, it's the hardest one to cut through. So.
Really?
Yep.
That's strange.
I know.
Cannot explain that.
Yeah, somebody that knows about fabrics and how they're not painted. How do you call it when you paint a fabric?
Dye?
Yeah, and how to dye fabrics. Well, once you explain that what's that for?
Spooky scary. Listen, there's not much to see right now.
That's true.
There we
That
go.
engraving is going to take 16 minutes.
Oh,
So-
dear.
Yeah, but the cutting will be really, really fast.
Do you still have a piece of the one of the sample squares of 2-layer twill that
Yeah.
you cut out earlier that you could show on camera just to
Yeah, the
illustrate that?
test. The test that I did, yeah. Here. It's actually glued to the canvas too.
Awesome.
So I popped off the top layer, which was the red one, and yeah, and I glued to the canvas. I was trying to do something like that, but then I remember, well, I need another layer.
Johnny, I'm going to need you to take it easy on these jokes, man, because I can't keep up. That's very strong. That's very good.
Yo, that was good. That was, yeah, that's solid.
Except you have to be upside down. There he is. Miguel, where'd you go?
That's me now.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Don?
Yeah. It's just me here. Your buddy Clint. Sorry. That's still funny. Okay. For anyone who has stuck it out this long with us today, I would implore you to check out our Instagram later today, because it is going to be full of really cool designs. I have seen the test version of these. I think they're going to be stupendous. So when Miguel has them finished, I mean, like you said, we have to be extra careful when we're doing fabric. It's not really something we can just engrave quickly, but I think it will be worth the time when he gets the application finished.
Yeah, and as I said, like, this would be the most challenging for me, exactly because of that. Like, today there's a high chance of failure, or at least delay, right? Not failure as in 1 hour failure, but the delay for sure, because
high chance of learning.
Yeah, it's huge. The tote bags are huge, right? It's like 25 inches wide, 24 inches wide, and it's a lot of area to engrave around. And they're different from the ones that I tested because they arrived yesterday at night, I think so. So I didn't have much time to test them. And then there's the heat press part of it too. It's the alignment part of it.
This is what I say. This is not an excuse. This is to get you guys excited for. Don't smile at me. I see that. This is to get you guys excited for when you see it on Instagram. The finished version, it is going to be super, super cool.
That's true. What was the other thing that I did that, like, on Instagram looked way better than, I think, was the box, right, when we did the treasure chest?
I think all the stuff we've put up on Instagram has looked really, really cool.
it took the whole afternoon to cut those things, dude. Like,
yeah. Let me see if I can pull that up. You mean the treasure chest, the Mortal Kombat box?
No, the treasure chest that Lev wanted me to. The pirate chest, yeah. That he wanted me to put, like, different stuff, like rubies and emeralds, and I was like, well, this is gonna take, like, a lot of time, to engrave and cut each one of those. And it was like, yeah, do it.
And you did it. Yeah, but you crushed it. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up here.
But Amy was better.
I don't think there is. Look, it's just a matter of taste.
Do not put that on.
It's just a matter of taste. And
I ask people to choose.
Listen, I'm not gonna ask anybody to choose. I just want to show off, some of your hard work, because we have so much cool stuff on here. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I think this does look really, really cool. And Miguel took the photo for this, I'm pretty sure, as well, which also. I mean, I would very humbly ask if you guys want to check out, this along with all the other cool projects we're doing. You can find us at Trotec.Canada on Instagram. It's also where we'll be posting up news about, like, upcoming, streams and stuff like that. It's also, where you find some behind the scenes stuff. Very, very rare that stuff pops up, but we do try to put some cool stuff up there. We're pretty busy, like Miguel mentioned, but there's always some really great stuff. We're always finding really impressive stuff done by our incredibly talented customers, which for me is, like, the best part to come back to, is getting to post up all the cool stuff that you guys do. Since, to be honest, I mean, at least for me, this has always been the most inspirational part of what we do, is getting to see the basic stuff that we do, or at least that I do here, and then, have it turned into, like, real professional, cool, finished products by you guys.
Yeah. Look, I got to tell you, Amy would be the one finishing the challenge today. I'm going to fail that for sure because I had to reset the job. The engraving was not popping up in the part that I needed, which is the stencil part, right? So I can glue the twill on top. So I would have to do that anyway. So I'm redoing, and now it's looking like way better. I pumped up the power 20% so that you guys know what I did. And it's looking 10 times better.
I would really quickly, just as a shout out, while you guys are getting things together. Also, no pressure, Amy. I mean, like, don't feel like you have to suddenly glue the entire line in the last 5 seconds.
Do not listen Do not listen to Don. You gotta save this.
We have
Save
10
the day.
minutes. We have 10 minutes left. We have 10 minutes left. I did really quickly want to shout out another laser creator on Instagram. Now, she's not from Canada or anything, but it was just something that we stumbled across and we thought was really, really impressive and really special. Very much like Amy's work, actually. I mean, a different style, certainly, but like, just really, really cool. This is Nebula Creations Co.
Yeah, that is crazy, dude.
She does incredible stuff with the laser. I'm sure some of you guys are already very familiar with her work if you're interested in lasers and laser art, but she does unbelievably detailed stuff using the
Just
laser.
imagine the amount of time it takes to plan that stuff.
I mean, you guys have seen the amount of time and work it goes into today to just doing something in 2 layers in Twill. Like, this is incredibly detailed papercraft. I believe she's in the United States, but I mean, if you're looking for inspiration, she is just another one of the very, very talented people online that I would recommend checking out.
And believe it or not, that is actually what happened. Yeah, I know, but what happened? What happened?
Oh, it looks like we get a power outage maybe or something.
Did we?
I don't know. My monitor just died.
I think we did. Like the
Rayjet just died?
Yeah. Not
Hey,
only
we did not plan this, for the record.
we just had a flood. So
Yeah, and now we're mind flooded.
actually, yeah, the laser and the Quattro just stopped, and
Okay,
they
that's
did
no
not come
problem.
back in. Well,
That's no problem. I think we did have a power outage, which is I'm gonna remind Miguel what's happening at 12 o'clock today and why that might have happened, which is pretty funny. Something going on with Mike Clark. That's just some inside baseball. Amy, are you still there? She's muted, but she might. Yes, awesome.
I'm still here. I'm just sticking stuff down.
Okay. I want you guys to know, like,
I'll be right back.
the inclement weather in Canada is not as bad as you would think, based on the fact that we've had like a flood followed by power outages, followed by. It's a beautiful day here. Yeah, you got ghosts. We do have ghosts.
So I don't know if you guys can see that, but
Yeah. Here, I'll pop up the. Here you go.
But the difference between the powers, like you can see that it's way darker here, and here's kind of fading out. So that's why I changed, and it's actually pretty good. But unfortunately, there we go.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just gonna be what it is. You know what I mean?
What? Yeah. Okay. Now, Amy, you definitely have to save this.
No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
Yeah. This would be the trick part of Trick or Treat. But I want you guys to know, not to worry. Miguel and I are safe. We are chilling. We are. Oh,
Came back.
oh, there we go. Wait, screen's flickering. Awesome.
Wait, you're being talking all this time without the screen? Really?
What's that?
You were talking all this time without the screen?
Yeah. Well, I had like a really, really small screen, but I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. In a manner of speaking. Great. Thank you. I hope. I want you guys to know, like, it's just part of, it's part of being,
Live?
being, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I enjoy this stuff. This is the stuff that we can't plan for. We can get our designs ready in advance, but we can't, if things are going to happen, things are going to happen. It just is what it is. Wait, drum roll.
See, again, she saved the day.
Good. So good.
Again, just in time. Bang on 5. Over here.
Exactly. 1 hour.
That's
Right in
so
time.
good.
And Amy saves the day. Even though I prepared today, she wins again, and that is frustrating to say the least.
I want
We
you guys.
actually had a bit of a glue spillage over here, so I was like, where to run? It was quite manic over here.
I want you guys to know.
But again, we are professional.
Exactly. Yeah. As I said, we are professionals. We know. Oh, okay. Crazy things are happening over here.
It's the
So that is 1
Yeah.
hour. I'm gonna say, yeah. I think we're gonna call it. New feature: request resume after power out. That is, man. Chat's been very funny today.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, you will find this video likely later on today or tomorrow if we don't disappear into the upside down on YouTube. And then also you'll find our okay. There we hello again.
Yep. Hello.
You will find us on Instagram at Trotec.Canada, where you will find all of Miguel's finished projects from today once we get this sorted out. But I think it will be fine. We have some very talented people.
Yeah, you absolutely will see the finished project.
I'm really excited.
Even if I have to do it by hand, I would do it.
I mean, he did the drawings with the mouse, so you know that this man's got the skills to do it. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not miss Amy's Instagram, Miss Chief Pop, MISS Chief Pop on Instagram. She is incredibly talented and very kind to join us each week. Again, we are Trotec.Canada on Instagram. You can check it out there. We'll have more cool stuff going up soon. And we hope you'll tune in again next week on Wednesday for another Rayjet challenge.
Next week actually is gonna happen. Like
it's gonna be really cool, man. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Yes.
We haven't told Amy what it is yet, so you can see that she's anticipating. But I think it's going to be really cool. So definitely keep an eye out. There we go again. Keep an eye out, and we will see you again in a week.